Yo, what up, though? It's your man J.Johnson, a.k.a. the tinfoil hat titan, a.k.a. the conspiracy realist, a.k.a. the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text him with your green bubbles, a.k.a. only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice. Young Caesar, because you know you can't roam without me. Mister, if you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? And it's your man Dame Going Wild, the Pride of PA, the West Side Landlord, High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, Bobby Babes, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast. You know who the fuck they came to see.
Yeah, man, we kind of rusty, dog.
It stumbled, but we pushed through. We pushed through.
I didn't even do all the intro. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's been we took a slight hiatus for the holiday and for some other more personal reasons.
Yeah, man, we'll just keep it real, man. I mean, it was partly for the holiday, man, but for all those who know me and have been reaching out and love and support, I went through some issues, and over the holiday time frame, unfortunately, I lost my mom.
Man.
And it's been definitely a trying time and a trying week, 2 weeks, or honestly the last 8 years has been really trying. But it was tough. I mean, there's no way to
There's no easy way.
You know what I'm saying?
I lost my mother about 4 years ago to cancer, and I tell everybody that I know, like, I wouldn't wish that shit on somebody I hated.
Yeah.
Because there is nothing that will ever replace that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking I'm gonna do an episode last week, but I just couldn't do the shit.
No. And when I called you, when I hit you up last week, and because I don't ever want people to think like we just do just the podcast shit like nigga, we friends. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when I called you last week, like, we hadn't really talked like how we normally do throughout the week. Like, I knew what was going on, so I was checking on you and shit. But like, I knew like Tuesday or Wednesday, I was like, when you hit me with the text on Sunday, and then like Tuesday or Wednesday, I was just like, nah, it's not gonna go down. Yeah. And I knew it was. I knew you had a lot more other stuff dealing with, but I'm glad that you made the decision to kind of step back, because real life, family always comes first. You know what I'm saying? And real life kind of kicked in. I mean, we love doing what we do, but we still two people and two men at the end of the day. So
yeah, man, she's just a really, really, really beautiful person. You know what I mean? And so we laid her to rest on Thursday. And you know how I've been to a lot of different funerals. I've been to a lot of different things, and you know how some people would be like, "Oh, she looked good" or whatnot. I never really understood what that meant.
Yeah.
Until I was faced with it. You know what I mean? So,
right.
And it was really a beautiful send off. You know what I mean? It was real tough. It was tough on myself. It was tough on my father, but we pulled through it. You know what I mean? And just knowing her and how she is, she want me to continue to do what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Because she was fully aware of all the podcasts and everything of that nature. And just a beautiful, beautiful service. You know what I mean? Thursday, it was raining. Like, it was, you know what I'm saying? First, I went to get him some sunglasses in the morning because you already know.
You got to prepare yourself for it.
And it was like 45 degrees early in the morning. Like, man, I guess it's going to be a beautiful day for a send-off. And then it started raining, you know what I mean? So we pulled up to the church and everything, and it was raining. And while we were in the church, right before the service started, the sun came out, shined through the window directly on her. You know what I'm saying? It was like the time of that was like eerie. It was like the most beautiful shit in the world, because like when it was time to start, the tears was gone from the sky, at least, and it shined directly on her. And it was a beautiful service because people got to share their stories and try to find out, who this amazing person was.
And that's one thing I look at, like when my mother passed, like my mother worked like 20 years for like Michigan Bell before went to AT&T. Then she taught for a couple years, and then she started working at Blue Cross. But I never knew like her Blue Cross like work family, and just to hear like other people's take and their experiences with my mother, like it put a smile on your face. You know,
definitely did. And just shout out to everybody who reached out, called, text, just pulled up and said, "Hey, come outside. We about to roll out." You know what I'm saying? Or to try to, you know, lift up my spirits or my family spirits and things of that nature. Because, I mean, you know, you cool with a lot of people and everything, but you don't, when some shit happen.
That's when you really see who's there and who got your back.
Yeah, man. So definitely warm my hearts. I mean, it's a hard process. You know what I'm saying? It's not over because it's never gonna be normal again.
Yeah.
But just a dope person, a beautiful person, and hearing everybody talk about her and all of them saying the exact same stuff. People who don't know each other, but y'all saying the same thing. Like,
same experience.
Like, this is the same thing that I knew my whole life, and y'all are sharing and expressing that. Woo, man.
Speaks to the quality of the person. So
yeah, man. So shout out to everybody who played a thoughts and prayers and everything like that. They do mean something. They really do. And I just appreciate it and continue.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, it's like you said, it's a process. You know, because unfortunately, like the worst part probably ain't over with yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, even to this day, like my mom's been going almost 5 years now, but like I still remember the last conversation that we had, like damn near verbatim. I got, you know, emails from her that I can't erase. You know, I got a video of my mother, and man, I ain't even got the strength today to even kind of look at it because it's still tough.
Man, I tell you, you know, cliche, but God does work in mysterious ways, right? So I got a video of my grandmother's 76th birthday or something. Had it at my aunt's house, and we videotaped it, everything. This was on November the 25th, 2010. This was about a month and a half before my mom took ill. You know what I mean? And this was my last video of her in her truest form. You know what I mean? Before everything started happening, whatever. And I had lost the video. I had backed it up in different places. I had lost the video, and then the one place I still had it, which was on the computer. I had dropped the computer and broke it, so it wouldn't work no more or whatever. This computer right over here to the left.
Okay.
And a couple months ago, I took it in and got it fixed, and I recovered the video. I'm like, cool. And then not even a month ago, I'm running through the crib, throwing some shit away. I come across an old ass compact computer laptop that I don't even have a power cord in. It can't turn the motherfucker on. Even if I did, I wouldn't even know what the passcode was. Let me take this hard drive out. So I took the bitch apart, took the hard drive out, put it in the enclosure and connected to my computer, and found a whole bunch of shit. In like 2006, 2007 and shit, I was rocking them the trios.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Like I used to have this app called Call Record, and it recorded all my incoming calls and all my outgoing calls and shit. And I got like 12 gigabytes of phone calls of all type of shit.
Oh, I'm about to say, just with your mom or?
Well, no, it's with everybody. But I found like a shitload of phone calls.
What type of friend are you recording? Just recording
everybody already
phone
knew.
Calls.
Everybody always knew though. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like a secret and shit. Niggas already knew. And or if like when we having a conversation, I just take my phone out and get some shit on record because we was in the music tough. That'd be like a skit or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know, and you want that real life shit. But man, I found like tons of phone calls from my mom, like for like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I just found all this stuff like when I needed it. You know what I mean? Because hey man, it's a process.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know the thoughts and prayers are still with you, and it's day by day, man. One day at a time. That's all you can do.
Man.
That's all you can do. So we already know how the week was. So we can
can
glaze right past that part of things.
Past that.
Man, it's been a crazy week since the last time we sat down and kicked it in the shop.
Yeah.
And you know the big thing that's been going on, the big two words in the news: sexual harassment.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. When I kind of look at it, you know, the big news this last week was Matt Lauer stepping down or being fired.
Yeah, fired.
Yeah, I don't even want to say step down, being fired after 20 years at NBC.
A $28 million contract at that too.
Yeah, man.
That's big money. That's, you know what I'm saying? On the first allegation, then they said
like at least three women came out.
Well, it's interesting. It's telling because they said this is the first time that someone's ever brought something forward to them, but after their investigation, they don't feel that this was the first time. So how does that work?
I don't think it was the first time, and
the company said that. Like we believe that we're based off information that we found. It leads me to believe that this wasn't the first time.
Fuck no. Fuck. Do you fire like this? Ain't you working at Home Depot making $60K a year being a store manager, and they fire you on the first time? Like Matt Lauer is a 20-year employee, like you said, making $28 million. They said his salary this year was $7 million. So I mean, you just don't. You have to go through a more calculated effort, more of a research process before you pull that type of trigger.
I mean, Matt Lauer is the man since the other guy got fired for lying. Remember?
Yeah.
He was like the face.
Brian Williams.
Yeah. Like, them two has been it for Katie Couric. Like, remember back in the day?
Yeah.
Like, who is the face?
I don't know.
What's the black dude name?
Al Roker?
No. He do the Dateline shit too.
Oh,
got the scary
Lester.
Yeah, Lester.
Yeah.
Lester about to be the man.
Well, I mean, time to renegotiate that contract.
If I was Lester, got the time to sit down.
Yeah,
2018 is gonna be a big year for you, fam.
I mean, how long has Lester been there, and what was Matt making?
Lester Holt, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lester Holt.
Because you about to get that bag in 2018, Les.
He's like, I'm not doing Dateline no more, fam. Shout out to Dateline because that shit makes me not want to get married because the wife always did it or the husband always did it.
Hey man, I've said
or
it here.
Or sometimes the boyfriend.
Look, I've said it here.
Or ex-boyfriend.
Plenty of times. There's only so much shit that a woman's gonna take. You're gonna push her to the point of crazy.
I'm never gonna do that. Women, ladies.
You've probably already pushed some young girl to crazy. Because there's different levels to that shit.
I got a lot of love this week from all my exes.
Okay.
You know, we still on good terms. So we're gonna keep it that way. We're gonna keep it that way.
Well, let me just speak for myself. I know I've pushed women to crazy. I've been stabbed before. So
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that's a story time with Dave. I'm gonna share it at a different time. Okay. But I've been stabbed before by a woman.
Jesus Christ!
Shot at by a woman.
Wow! But so check this out. One of my homegirls. This was when I was 18, 19. I used to load boxes at UPS. And my homegirl, she was the other woman. She used to mess with this married dude or whatever. And she was older than me at the time, you know what I'm saying? But she would tell me about everything. The wife came to her house and shot that bitch up. Walked up to her house and shot her house up. And then walked to her car and got in and drove off. Somebody was pushed to crazy and they not playing.
Yeah.
Like she's did
when you start fucking with somebody's significant other, that can go the wrong way.
And then you do the slow roll, walk up to their crib, like bah, bah, bah.
Not even a drive-by.
No.
A walk up. Because I want you to know I did this.
And was talking shit. Like, come out.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Nah.
I think I'll wait till you leave.
This don't look like a fair one. This don't look like a fair one, man.
Who else kind of got swept up in sexual? Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons.
Stepped down.
Did you see his comment, though? This shit happened in 1991. This is 30 years ago.
Right.
He say, my recollection of that night ain't the same as hers, and I have never, ever been violent with anybody. However, maybe because I've been in a position of power, I wasn't really thinking about how my words or whatever could be taken, and I'm pretty blunt or some shit. Maybe I said some mean things, whatever the fuck. He stepped down from everything.
Gotta watch what you say. You gotta watch what you say. What's the statute of limitations on sexual harassment or sexual assault?
Dog, you could. This gonna
because they've been coming after Cosby for shit that's happened 30 plus years ago. Russ is at least 30 years ago.
But for Cosby, the only one that went to trial was like one from 2004-ish or something like that. I just don't know. But these not. Oh man.
Go ahead and say it.
Like these not saying these people not saying that they was like rape though. They said like
unwanted advances, inappropriate comments.
Like nigga, you mean to tell me if I came on a little bit too strong 30 years ago?
How much money you got?
Jesus Christ. Or apparently he paid somebody $27,000. Listen, I didn't check the facts. I've been out the loop, okay?
Okay.
But
understandably so though.
I saw something online today talking about he paid one of the girls $27,000 and they was talking like why she think $27,000 is what her body is worth. I'm like, I don't know where that money came from, what that number came from, or how that fits in, but
I want to say something, but it's really fucked up. But I'm saying that you paid $27,000 for it.
And I don't know if that was like over a period of time.
Okay.
Or like,
yeah. Let me. I don't want to tap dance on that one. But what I will say about Russell is that he's always had a history of messing with young girls. I mean,
because that's what we really should be talking about.
Yeah, like we all amongst family right here.
As one of my homegirls say, that's the real tea.
Yeah.
Shout out to Superwoman J.
Yeah, like Russ been messing with young girls for a long time.
It's pretty nasty though. Like, I mean, you were a 50-year-old man, and you like Kimora was like 16.
Yeah.
When they finally got together or something, but like you was watching her since she was 14. That's pedophile, fam.
And 16. But like let's just be honest. We all had a homeboy that you was probably 18, 19, a year or two out of high school, and he's still fucking with chicks that's got to go to class in the morning, got to be off the phone at 10 o'clock. Like it happens.
We found him out because once the internet came up, we started going online and searching, and we didn't make him feel too comfortable in the neighborhood. Now we ain't like threatening to beat him up or some shit, but he couldn't come around. Like we ridiculed him so much that it was public shame because we would not stop roasting. You know what I'm saying?
And that as it should be. And it should be.
I think as men, especially if you got a homeboy who out here doing dirt, or like you just see some of this shit just be out. This like that's not right. You can't do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't feel right as a man seeing another black man at that treat people.
Hey man, I'm a father of a teenager, and I got a daughter that's about to turn 12, and she's starting to develop. I mean, she's starting to get a shape to her. Does she necessarily look like a 12-year-old? No. But let me tell you something. Some grown-ass man call my baby girl phone or knock on my door, I'm going to introduce him to her father. And it's going to be similar to that walk-up situation. Because I'm going to walk out the house with my 12 gauge, and I'm going to see how fast you can run down the street.
Man, so what you think is brought on the last 2 months of sexual allegations and stuff?
I don't know, because I don't have no good reason for it, because it's like it's coming out the woodwork and it's coming out right now. Yeah. I think it's number one, like a sign of the times that people are just like fed up with fuck shit. We saw, I think what has helped kind of push this snowball down the mountain is the commander in chief. When that shit kind of came out around the election, grab him by the pussy and all that shit. Yeah, like that rubs people the wrong way. And I think as men, we've all been kind of guilty at some point in our lives of like just doing too much. Yeah, I probably said some shit that I shouldn't have said to a young lady at work. Admittedly so. Like probably not like in the last, maybe 10, 12 years of my career.
It don't matter.
No. It doesn't matter. But I mean,
I'm like, well, when Dame was at Wendy's,
yeah, I probably said some wild shit to another young lady I work with because I'm 16, 17, shooting my shot, and sometimes that shot it didn't look like Larry Bird shooting. It fucking looked like Lonzo Ball shooting that bitch. It was sloppy.
All right, so this is a conversation I've been kind of wanting to have, and I don't know when the right form or who we need to. We'll start the conversation here, but I think we need to bring like some professionals on to really talk about this. But like, when is it sexual harassment, and when is it somebody who is just making an advance? You know what I mean? Like, so if this is the first time I've ever said something to you, you make the advance, the person says no, and that's the end of it. Is that actual harassment, or like? Because I literally don't know. I'm not trying to like.
And I don't have the right answer either. But what I kind of use like with my son, because he 14, he had an age where he talking to girls.
Right.
If it's something that you would be uncomfortable uttering in front of a room, maybe you shouldn't say that shit. Well, now, and not to say, but I see that look on your face. But like, there's an appropriate way to like we do it now. There's an appropriate way to approach a woman, and there's a way that you approach her. Like, nigga, that you a motherfucking creep. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm such and such. That's cool. Hey, you want to tickle my balls? That's not fucking cool.
That's something different. But
I mean, that like they were saying, like Matt Lauer was like was trying to get women to compare what sexual partners they had. That's just not appropriate. Like that's just not like.
Sorry for the laugh.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter like, how you slice that shit up. So you fuck so and so. Oh, okay. That's not appropriate.
I wonder how Matt Lauer is when he's not on air. Like, what if he's like a funny nigga though?
But what if he's also a creep?
I know what I'm saying is I want to wonder what his personality is, because like some things you can read on. And let me stop this. I'm not giving Matt Lauer a pass. Fucking
absolutely,
I don't care about him. I'm not his friend. I don't.
No
care.
Emotional investment.
Not at all. But like, it be some people I know who can get away with saying damn near anything because of who they are, their personality, and how it comes across. Right. I can say the exact same thing and get slapped in the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, like, I wonder how some of these people who are on television are behind the scenes. Like, what if he back there cracking jokes and like, what if Matt Lauer is like a funny guy?
Okay.
Regardless of, you know what I'm saying? Like, people like, oh shit, you fucking Brad too? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but still, like, clearly in a work environment, that's not no appropriate shit to say to somebody.
Yeah, it may not be the most appropriate thing, depending on what the conversation. Like, damn, nigga, Brad fucking, God damn it, Brad. Like,
yeah, but that's some shit that you say at the bar with your homeboy that don't work there.
True.
When it's just the two of y'all.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And then I've been in management and like positions of power,
And I think that's some of it. I think that's some of it too that we see. Like,
and what we do gotta realize is it's not wrong to try to have a relationship with somebody you work with, right?
Go ahead.
But there is definitely a thin line, and it puts people in a really uncomfortable position where. So you work. And where you work at, and these are the people that you see all day. Like, you see these 300 people 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. Like, most people get married to people they work with, go to school with, or like that you've known, whatever. So
I have kids.
Yes,
and was married to somebody that I work with.
Right. So all your children came from people you work with, right?
At some point.
How about my last 3 girlfriends came from work? Like, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Now that I think about it. All of them did. Even from when I was a kid. Well, high school, we still worked the same place. You know what I'm saying? Like, but there is a line where when you start to use, like, listen, I can
waive these attendance points if you send me some nudes.
Now, what if they ask you to waive some points after the fact?
After you all have had sex?
Yeah.
Nah. See, I had a really.
I'm asking for a friend of a friend.
I think. I don't know if I want to share this story, but because it's really bad. But I dated somebody that I worked with, and I've dated women I've worked with throughout my life. It's just what it is. But I started this job, and I dated somebody that worked there without like kind of knowing the culture of the job and the environment, and the shit went upside fucking down. It was probably one of the worst dating experiences of my life. She got real fucking messy just because I didn't want to, like, it
disclose or something.
No, I didn't want to date her no more. Like, it had just run its course. Like, it was. So I'll tell the story. I started working at this job, met this young lady there, and she made it known that she wanted to get to know me outside of the workplace. So I entertained it. We dated. I don't even want to use the word date. We fucked. That's all it was.
Y'all had a relationship. A
purely sexual relationship. Yeah. That's all it was. I started to see signs that this bitch is out her fucking mind. She is crazy. And now I don't want no parts in crazy.
You go cold turkey, or you try to do the over the week, let's try to lose contact and then try to.
I mean, we work together every day, but I'm an extreme type of nigga. I try to go straight cold turkey on, like, I'm not not ghosting, but just like, look, this shit ain't gonna work for me no more. That's just my typical line. I just leave it a blanket statement like that because I don't believe in closure. I don't believe that I have to give. I don't believe that I have to give you closure. If I say it's over with, like just be a fucking adult. Sometimes shit just don't work. You date people, you fuck with people, and sometimes you see it's not gonna work, and that should be the closure enough that I don't want to do this no more. So that's kind of what I hit her with. That like,
for the record, I just want to say I disagree. I'll just say that
I don't believe in closure. I believe closure is like a false sense of entitlement. Because what it's gonna give you?
It would actually heal you, so you're not a broken person when you move on to your next relationship.
Heal you from what?
I mean, it's a lot of broken people out here. They going from broken relationship to broken relationship because they never was healed from that first one, and possibly the relationship that you in wouldn't be as fucked up.
But the healing process falls on you. I don't have shit to do with that. I'm out.
I mean, but
heal your damn self. What? Be like Wolverine. He heals himself, comes back stronger.
I get you. I don't know that you don't have anything to do with it. If both of y'all was in a relationship, you have something to do with it. It may not be your responsibility, like your obligation to sit there and give this person that, but that's beside the fact.
Okay.
Yeah, that's beside the fact.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
So I decide that, you know what, I don't want this shit no more. I give her my spiel. This ain't working for me. I'm straight. Mm-hmm. Then the crazy really comes out. To the point where, like, she was trying to threaten the job that I worked at has a no fraternizing policy, but that's if we're in the same department,
right?
Or if they're like a direct report.
Yeah,
you can't. I can't shove my dick in you that way. But if you work on the other side of the building, it's cool. Yeah. She worked in a different department, so I didn't break any company rules. But then she started to make that shit just like hot at work.
Yeah.
Then someone that you
told me about this. Now
yeah. So somebody else that I used to deal with started working there. She decided she gonna confront her, like talking about, I was fucking with so and so. She not even in the picture, fam. So why the fuck are you running up on her? Oh, made the shit messy. Shit got back to my boss, and at the time I was working for a black lady. She called me into the office. She said, so I understand there's an issue with.
Why you say it like that? This black lady, like,
because well, let me clean that up a little bit, because I think a black woman understands a nigga's mess a little bit different.
Got you. Okay. I get
you. She calls me in the office and she said, I understand that you had now I didn't. Me at the time, I'm not even knowing that my boss knows this shit.
Yeah.
My boss calls me in the office. She said, I understand that you have. That you had a relationship with woman A, and I understand that she had a confrontation with woman B. You know both of these young ladies, correct? And I'm like, I'm sitting there, my stomach is in my asshole at this point, because I'm sick to my shit. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's fine, because both these women are in different departments. You didn't break any company rules, but my boss closed the door and said, but you're messy as fuck. She said, so this is what I need you to do. She said, this is what I need you to do. I need you to fix it. Talk to both of them and make it go away. Okay? And she was like, okay, and turned her back on me and went back to working. Now, this time, I don't have a verbal relationship with either of these women, and I'm trying to explain that shit to my boss. She turns back around from her computer, and she said,
make it work.
She said, you're telling me things that don't matter to me. Figure it out.
Shout out to her, dog.
Figure it out, and when you leave my door open, please. Yeah. And that was the end of the conversation. Yeah. So now I got to figure out how to make this shit work. Anyway, to sum this story up, the woman A, the crazy, ended up being a fucking Looney Tune. Like, when she got fired from the job, they ended up having to call the police to get this bitch up out of there because she refused to leave the building.
She needed closure.
So, I mean, she was a fucking Looney Tune. I have her blocked in everything in my life because the bitch was fucking crazy. Fucking crazy.
Oh, shit.
So for my birthday that year that we was dealing with each other, if you know me personally, you know I'm a big sports fan. I love sports, just plain and simple. She bought me tickets to this Michigan game that they were playing.
Right.
Really expensive seats. Like, I'm sitting on a 50-yard line, like 5 rows up from the action. So fuck yeah, I took them tickets, and I took me and one of my homeboys. She only got me 2 tickets, and I think that's where this is part of where I fucked up at, is that she expected me to ask her to go.
I'm saying
with me,
of
but
course.
but I didn't. I took one of my homeboys. We went to see the Michigan game.
Now this was bad planning and bad word choice on her part. She should have said, I got us tickets to that game, because now that changes the thing.
Yeah.
But if you say, I got you tickets, these my tickets, I'm doing what the fuck I want to do with them.
Yeah, so I took one of my homeboys. Shout out to my nigga Rick. We went and saw the fucking Michigan game and had parking passes. Had a good ass fucking time. So when this shit kind of ends, she's like, you know what? I want you to pay me back for these tickets too.
Excuse me?
Was basically my reply. And she's like, and if you don't give me the money back, I'm sending my brothers up here. Well,
how old is your brother? When will they be here?
Yeah, and that was basically my thing. First of all, send them niggas up here, because, bitch, they can kick my ass up and down this motherfucking parking lot if you want to try that shit. But you're not getting a dime back for these fucking tickets. Like, not shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was terrible. It was
and I'm sure
poor choice.
I'm sure your brother don't want no new beef in his life. Stop getting your brother into shit that he can't control, because he don't know me.
Yeah.
And like,
And the thing is, she had never been to my house. Never had come to the city where I lived at.
Yeah.
But I've been to her house multiple times. Yeah, that's cool. You can send your brother up here if you think that's going to fucking scare me. Number one, ain't no bitch.
I know
plain and simple. And I know where you live.
I know where you live. I know how much you make, and I know you can't move next week.
I know you don't leave your patio door locked neither, because I've let myself into your house several times.
Oh, man.
So I mean, you can fuck around if you want to.
Now you sounding kind of creepy though.
I'm gonna have some niggas moving furniture and shit up out of there, and then I'm gonna have some motherfuckers waiting there to beat your ass, because, contrary to popular opinion, I don't really have any bad feelings about a bitch getting punched in the face if it's gotta come to that.
This is the part of the show where I gotta say the thoughts and opinions and the views of
Dame Gone Wild, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat
are not that of Shop Talk Podcast LLC or Shop Talk Podcast Studios. This for legal purposes. You know what I'm saying? Gotta clean it in corporate mode.
Try me if you want to.
Try me.
I believe in the first episode we talked about my encounter down at the casino. So I mean, I am familiar with throwing them hands if I got to.
Yeah, man. I do think I have I got a guest in mind. I want to come on to talk about the sexual assault and stuff like that, and sexual harassment and things of that nature. Because I can't lie, man. These niggas out here crazy. Niggas be high off pills and shit. They
don't just limit it to the niggas. Some of these females out here out they shit too.
You think the females be sexually assaulting people?
I don't know. We're not gonna start victim shaming.
Right. I would just say this. It got to be tough to be a young lady and run in certain circles. It's probably really tough and possibly scary at times, because sometimes niggas is crazy.
We know some beautiful women that we can bring in here, and I'm sure we know some people that record out of here that I'm sure could give us some crazy ass stories and shit they done went through.
I do want to break down, because it's a gray line with consent too. Consent, a sexual assault, sexual harassment, like all this stuff has been really, really big in the media. And I went and we did the whole Kevin Hart was this and that. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of tongue in cheek, but
there's no consent depends on a lot of different varying issues.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of different varying feelings. Shit.
Yeah. So, and I'm not an expert on the shit, so I think I have the perfect person in mind to bring in who probably gonna school us, because I'll be seeing her online saying her stuff, and she's well versed in it. So
okay, I would love to get them up in here.
I'm not gonna put my belt on the line on that conversation.
You really think we could lose?
I'm just not going. It's gonna be a non-title fight.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. But the other thing, man, I wanted to talk about this week, and I've been kind of out the loop on it. But fuck is going on with this Libya shit?
Hey man, they are selling people in Libya for like $200 American.
So when I first seen it, I was like, dog, is this shit real? I still don't know if it's real, but I was like, dog, is this shit real? Because I seen it on Instagram first. I know CNN allegedly, broke the story or whatever, but like I seen it on Instagram, and you know the 60-second clips and the memes and like
You just never know what you're gonna get. We've walked into landmines with that shit before.
Like, dog, is this shit real? But then it didn't really go away. I kept seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on?
People are being kidnapped and sold. They're being sold into slavery.
You know, I don't know if I said this on a podcast before, or if we was doing a podcast then. This is happening because y'all killed Muammar Gaddafi.
Yeah.
Like, flat the fuck out. He stabilized our whole area, and he ain't want to do shit. You know why he got killed?
For gold.
Yeah, he wanted to stop. He was trying to get African nations to use gold as the standard, and not these American dollars that a Federal Reserve note that don't mean anything.
Yeah.
And America like, well, hold on, nigga, we print money into circulation, whatever. If we got to use gold, we not gonna be the richest nation, and then y'all got so. That's what it was, and they had to get the nigga out the paint. And unfortunately, you know who the president was when.
Hey man, we gotta blame Barack on this one. Gotta put this one squarely on Barack.
He said that was his biggest blunder as president. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of people say, "Well, no, but it was Hillary." Well, Hillary spearheaded it up. Like, well, listen,
Barack was president at that time.
You running the ship. It's some fucked up shit that go on and we blame Trump for. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the one making the laws. But nigga, you in control of this shit. It's your fault. And you done took responsibility of it. Y'all killed Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi offered, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Gaddafi gave Farrakhan some bread back in the day. Like, it's been different people who want to reach out to help us. But like, they be waiting for us to bust a move and we don't never actually bust the move.
Yeah.
But this what happened. So y'all killed Gaddafi and got him out the paint, destabilized the area, and people came in and physically just taking y'all and making y'all slaves.
Yeah. It's 2017, about to be 2018, and there are people being sold into slavery.
Allegedly.
No, there's no alleged to it.
Only reason I say allegedly because the Libyan officials was like, is this shit real? In real life, they're like, is this shit real? Because all I know is the president of the United States say CNN is the biggest perpetrator of fake news. So they didn't know if they should believe the reports because CNN broke the story. I'm not, ain't this a bitch? Because all that little shit
you
that
start
everybody...
planting the seeds.
And this is like, so now because we know you a clown. We know you a clown. We know you talk shit, you tweet, all the other bullshit. But now you got different nations across the country thinking like, well, he the president of the United States. This is the prestigious position. Whether you respect it or not, around the world, the president of the United States is a prestigious position. And whoever hold that seat, your words hold weight. So when you say this news organization is a perpetrator of fake news and then some shit come out about your country, I don't believe it.
Yeah, you when you've planted the seeds of dissent for so long, eventually those flowers come to bloom, and that's exactly what's happening.
Oh, we in a big-ass clusterfuck. And North Korea shot off another motherfucking missile the other day.
Oh, you still think it's fake? You still because you was talking about they parading it, they look tough. You know, it's just to make people look tough. Like they.
I still believe that.
Okay.
I mean, North Korea ain't do shit from over here. He got. I mean, by the time listen, I'm not worried about it in that fact. What I'm just saying is, people or them, the country is vulnerable right now, just on a reputation aspect. So if North Korea keep letting off shit, right? I'm like, man, these niggas ain't doing nothing. Maybe somebody else start getting froggy. You showing all this aggression and y'all ain't moving.
So you think Trump just a big pussy all the way around?
Guess who was listen, dog. George Bush Jr. When this shit first happened with Saddam Hussein, remember we went over there and looking for weapons of mass destruction and shit?
And wasn't shit there.
Yeah, this was when Kim Jong, his father was in control. And y'all was looking for weapons of mass destruction and shit. And my man was like, we about to start up a nuclear program. Like, so y'all looking for him over there. He said he about to start one. So then he start one and shit. Like, so it was all about this plutonium grade, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got some now. And then we start building, and now we got a missile that can reach such and such. So then George Bush Jr. was like, well, listen, if you shoot that bitch off, we're going to put sanctions on you. And he was like, if you put sanctions on us, we're going to take that as an act of war. Nothing happened after that. Right. You clearly see what the fuck is going on now. He bitched us up. He like, We looking for weapons of mass destruction. This nigga said we ain't got none. We about to start making them though. And then I get my team together. Then we get all the
start making warheads.
Yeah, and now we got the shit, and y'all ain't do nothing because we don't actually talk shit to people who actually want to fight. We bully people.
Oh yeah, we go into other countries and we bully and take over weaker countries all the time.
Yeah, but then I gotta ask myself these two things because I always gotta put my tinfoil hat on and my conspiracy realist joint on. Like, why are these two big stories the big stories right now? I'm not saying it didn't happen, but somebody pushed the button so that can be the two biggest things in the media.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Because nothing goes on.
It's the overlay for the underlay for something else. They still trying to push this tax plan through.
Yeah, not even that, but like when you look at the resources that are over in North Korea and you look at the resources that are over in Libya, like we got to have a reason to go over there and get them fucking resources.
There's gold, oil. There's something that the United States wants or needs in order to continue to be the most dominant country of all.
So it could be, let me give y'all this.
There's a lot of gold in Libya.
Yes.
A lot of gold. We know that.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted that shit to be the standard because we got so much over here. So like we get some shit, it's in pop culture to get everybody talking about on tweets, and then you hear some, and while you're looking for that, you see some negative shit. Oh shit. Slaves? Well, nigga, what? No, we got to do something about that. We got to go over there because now we pleading with the UN like, why ain't we doing something? We gonna fuck around and be in conflict in like 3 different places, dog.
Which means we'll be in war in one of those 3 places.
Of course, man. This shit crazy, man. And this slavery shit, like say let's just say 100%, nigga, this is just what it is. It's just slaves out here. At what point do you be like, I'm not with this shit. Let's pack up and go help?
At what point does America do that?
I mean, you as a person, does that ever cross your mind?
I'll be honest, man. Like, it's fucked up, but do I think I could go over to Libya by myself?
No, by yourself. Like, Nick, we putting together a team, volunteer.
A team of how many?
40,000. Shit, I don't know.
Like let's be for real. Like,
it's not like these is regular niggas out here doing this shit. It's not like the Libyan.
So what's gonna stop one of them regular niggas from putting that AR to your head and marching you right down to the slave pits?
I'm just asking
and being sold for less than a PlayStation.
What I'm just saying is because all through February, every time it's a holiday, we all on our Black Power shit, and this wouldn't happen if I was alive. Well, if this shit happening right now and you gonna let it happen, then what? Like at some point, it's gonna be like, look, y'all gonna stop, or we gonna come over there and make you stop. And if America don't do it, right?
Yes.
Do black people around the world be like, nigga, we gonna make this shit stop? This what we've been talking about that's been going on and we hate it. Does it cross anybody's mind?
I feel like you put me on the spot. Like
this is more or less rhetorical. I'm not saying
I don't know what the answer is for that. Because I don't know. I don't know enough about the country to say that we can go over there and stop this shit. Is
like let my people
there's jungles and shit over in Libya, and you gonna hear. Look, I see you scrunch your face up in disbelief. But if you don't know the lay of the land, you throw a nigga from Libya over off 7 Mile and Evergreen. That's another jungle to him because he don't. It's different sights and sounds that you gonna see. If you go over to the jungles of Africa, it's different sights and sounds that you're going to see that a nigga living off the west side of Detroit for 30 years ain't prepared for. And I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the right answer is. Right. Do I think of course it needs to stop. How do we stop it? I don't know.
Money and violence. It's the only way to stop shit.
Like, yeah. I mean, violence has been the only thing to solve anything throughout American history. So everything is attached to violence.
Money and violence. That's all. That's only 2 options. Either we gonna put economic sanctions when you fuck up the money, or we make a new deal where it's financially beneficial for you to give it up, or we gonna come kill y'all.
But does Trump care enough about black people as president to actually help?
No, what it's gonna be is, we'll stop this shit. We just need some of the resources over there, fam. So we'll get with the Libyan officials. Yeah, we'll send some troops over there to get everything and stabilize y'all again. That we destabilized it. So we'll send troops. We'll send support. However, we gonna need something in return. We gonna set up a station here now, so that you guys will be safe for the future. But really, that station is here to plunder y'all resources and shit. Because like that's ultimately what ends up happening every time. I create a motherfucking problem, come back 6 months later, and offer you a solution for the problem I done created, and you take it with open arms.
I don't think this is. Yeah, this may be Obama's biggest blunder, but overall, I think he did a good job as a president. But when I look at like some of the sanctions, some of the laws, some of the leniency that Donald Trump has given to, say,
that one
racist
or rape.
Yeah,
like that one dude who was like trying to rape like a 14-year-old girl or some shit, or I can't think of the dude's name. And they called Donald Trump and was like, "So what you think about this shit?" He was like, he said he didn't do it, and he said he really didn't do it. Really?
when I look at some of the leniency that's been given by our current president, I wonder, could Obama have done more for black people?
I'm just saying, dog.
I mean,
everybody kept telling me, well, let's just get this shit out the way. I don't believe none of this shit. Okay?
You don't believe
conspiracy
nothing,
theory, all this shit.
You don't believe nothing, bro.
I don't believe that the president controls the country, whether it was Obama, whether it was Bush, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, I say certain shit because how else could you have a conversation? You know what I'm saying? I think that there are people in control who push the strings. That being said, I don't know, man. That being said, everybody used to be like, well, he's not the black people president. He's everybody president. Hey, man, fuck that. How long we been knowing about what black folks been doing in this motherfucking country? And then you get in a powerful position, and the most things that you actually do is, because you push shit through, but it was for the LGBT community, which is good that you helped them out, but why don't you help me out too?
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh, yes, I know you ain't the black people president, but guess who lives in this country?
But why can't you be? Why can't you be?
But allegedly 15% of this country is black. So you are president too, nigga. So help us out. If you understand that we've been negative for all these years, you already know everything. So help us out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
You know, one other thing kind of popped off this week, and I think it's going to have a huge effect, not today, but like 15, 20 years from now, that Prince Harry got engaged to a black woman.
Oh, that shit irritate the fuck out of me.
Why does it irritate you?
Oh, this shit irritated the fuck out of me.
I think it is a huge power move. But go ahead. Tell me why it irritated you, and I'm gonna give you my take on the shit.
I am irritated because yo niggas is fake as fuck. How come when the white man get him a black woman, all the black women are like, oh yeah, we got some power, blah blah blah. But when the black man get a white woman, he a fool, and it's
Ain't your mama black?
It's self-hate. You don't know nothing. You don't know that. Like, I don't understand that shit. Men get a certain treatment when they try to run up Shannon Sharp. Talking about he ain't even married. They found a picture of him next to a white girl that he was having sex with, and y'all made him his wife. That nigga not even married.
Shannon the Bachelor.
You know what I'm saying? But like, how come it's a different stereotype when a black man gets with a white woman, but Serena marries a white man and it's perfectly fine? Prince Harry marries a black woman, it's perfectly fine. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm not trying to tell you that they should be shamed or whatever, or I just want y'all to be consistent. Whatever side of the fence you stay on there. Both sides.
Yeah.
It can't be that way. It can't be like, oh, wow, everybody all fucking happy. But let Tiger Woods come out this motherfucker and get a white wife, and y'all hate this nigga.
He already had one.
What I'm saying is y'all hate him because he got a white wife. Like, damn, y'all not doing that shit to her? Why couldn't she find a black man? And that's playing devil's advocate.
She was married to a black man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she's been married once. But why I think this is a power move is I think this helps somewhat change the course of history. There's never been a... Go ahead.
It's never been a black person that they acknowledged as black.
Okay.
Because it's definitely been black people inside a royal family. They just don't acknowledge that these people was black. Just swept under the rug.
So she married the prince, and they have a biracial baby.
That baby gonna look white, because she damn near look white.
Look, man, all I'm just saying is that you can't scrub that shit off the history books.
I mean, shit, Thomas Jefferson was having sex with his kids. Some of his kids was black.
Yeah.
What that change in America?
It didn't change shit. But I mean,
I get you. I
Yeah.
literally do. Right now. I'm just being devil's advocate. I'm just,
you're a little angry.
I'm just fucking with you.
You're a little angry.
I get exactly what you're saying, dog.
I think it's historical. Do I care one way or another? I don't. But I just think in the grand scheme of things, this is history changing.
What's gonna change?
I mean, he's never gonna be the king because he's like fifth in line to the throne right now. So his brother plus all three of his kids would have to pass.
So I wonder when they gonna start talking about when he dressed up as a Nazi for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because he got a black wife, but nigga, you had a Nazi outfit on for Halloween. It was all over the papers and shit a few years ago.
Yeah, he did.
But hey, we happy for her. She got him a good white man. A white man with power.
Oh man, you going down a slippery slope, man.
I'm saying.
The thoughts and opinions. Adam J.Johnson 313
at me. I'm just saying, y'all be happy and shit. Like you don't think that's demasculating to black men when you praise the black woman for getting with the white man, but on the reverse side, you say the black man getting with the white woman is putting a lesser value on a black woman.
You sound real Jason X right now.
I'm just saying. I hate this saying, but I want you to have that same energy.
I love that saying.
It just came out of nowhere, and it fits so well for everything. Like, just have the same energy, dog. Like, which one?
I don't have no
because it was a lot of girls on the timeline who was, oh yeah, we da. Wait a minute.
And man, the internet gives everybody a voice, a platform, and an opinion. I mean,
and it's so funny because I follow the same people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my timeline, I know the mood of my timeline when shit happen. You know what I'm saying? It's different if you just on, say, Twitter, some shit, right? You get retweets and everything. But like on Instagram, you're going to see the same shit from the same people.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of strangers and shit. I got a limited people. I actually unfollow somebody every day, by the way.
Are you trying to get down to 0? Is that the goal?
Man, I'm back in the day. I said I wasn't going to never follow more than 313 people. 313. I'm up to like 500 right now, so...
Hey man, you post some shit that I like. I'm just gonna follow it. I don't like. I'm not as selective. I think I'm following like 1,000 people right now. I probably need to cut that shit down.
Your ratio look like an improper fraction.
Don't math me on no Friday. Don't math me on a Friday, bro. I didn't get paid.
I just found that funny. I forgot to put that on the list. You know what I'm saying? But I just found it funny. Like, wait a minute, why we praising one and down the other? You know what I'm saying? Like, how about we lift up both? Or down both.
Hey, why can't we just lift up love?
I'm saying.
Like, that's all it come down to because a lot of y'all spewing venom and talking stupid ain't never been loved by a man, will never be married, and we'll never know what love feels like.
This the thing that I don't get, and it's the most hypocritical shit of all, but nobody ever says it. If you a black man, black woman, black person out here arguing and fighting for equality and everything, right? I want to be treated the same. I want to do this. I want to do that. How come if a black man gets with a white woman, you act like he did something wrong? This man been fighting for equality. I want to be equal. Like, what's wrong with that? If that's what you've been fighting for. But if you want to say that somehow, or this black man should never be with a white woman, then you are the exact same way of what you fighting against. I just found that shit as hypocritical.
Yeah.
If that's your strong argument. Love is love. Love who you want to love. I know I got particular preferences, but I'm not going to tell somebody that they wrong or what they should not do.
Yeah, because you like what you like, you love what you love. But let me tell you something. I will spend my last days on this planet Earth with a black woman.
For sure.
Like, there's no doubt about it. I need a woman that's going to...
However, if Scarlett Johansson walks up in the Shop Talk podcast, just know that Johansson is a different language for Johnson, we don't got to change last names.
I love Scarlett and I love Amber Rose, but I cannot imagine my days on Earth not being spent with a beautiful black woman.
Absolutely.
A woman that understands my struggle, my ups, my downs, can put a hot comb to my daughter's hair, fry chicken.
Hey, we all got flaws, and mine is named Scarlett Johansson. Shit, God damn it.
I mean, you like what you like. You got off that Jason X real quick for Scarlett.
I'm just saying, I just want y'all to
She gonna have you eating pork and everything all over again.
No, I'm not fucking with the pork.
So Scarlett Johansson cook you up a nice breakfast with some bacon. Good pork ass bacon.
Scarlett Johansson is fine as hell, as well as what's the old girl name, man? She was voted like the most beautiful person in the world like twice.
No.
I can't think of her name right now. Maybe she lost then. Fuck it. It's gonna come to me pretty soon.
Scarlett
Charlize Theron.
Okay.
She fine as hell.
Yeah.
I can't help it. She fine as hell.
She don't do nothing. She don't do nothing for the kid. Scarlett gonna have you eating bacon.
Never.
Okay. You changed your tune real quick.
No, we have to be polyamorous. That kind of brings me to my
Good luck with that.
My whose man's is this?
Okay.
Oh man, I don't even know who to actually give this to. But I was watching television, Fox News or something. I don't know why my TV was on Fox News.
Because that's what you really watch.
And it scrolled across the bottom of my timeline. It said, my whose man's is this is for whoever created this. If you the person that's happened to be listening, you created this shit, fuck out of here. So they say there's no more LGBT. There's a new acronym.
I saw this.
It's actually called LGBTTTIQQAAPP, which stands for lesbian, gay, genderqueer, bisexual, demisexual, transgender, transsexual, two-spirit, intersex, queer, questioning, asexual, allies, pansexual, and polyamorous. Who in the entire fuck? Look like a nigga just hit his fingers on his keyboard a few times.
Did you repeat that without like looking at any notes?
I'm looking at my laptop.
Because I was about to say, man, like how the fuck did you pull that one off?
Shit, I'm looking at my goddamn laptop. Who LGGBDTTIQQAAPP?
That sound like Boosie verse on Wipe Me Down.
Wipe me down. But hey, listen, fam. At this point, I'm just gonna call you what the fuck I want to call you. Like, what is all this?
I thought queer was like one of those words that you don't use.
It was, but then they put it back. Because at first it was LBGT, then it was LGBTQ, and now you LGGBDTTIQQAAPP.
Wipe me down.
Wipe me down. Just stop this shit, dog. I don't get it. Like, why?
I mean, people have to have something to identify.
You want somebody to repeat that shit? I'm only repeating it because I'm looking directly at it on my laptop.
I don't have no good reason for it. Look, whatever you are, just be happy being that. I don't think we have to push people into one category. And I thought
it's not one. This is about 45.
Into multiple categories. And I thought polyamorous wouldn't fall under that umbrella because that's doing something a little bit different. They putting
everything in this, but
then you might as well put heterosexual in there. They got
asexual in here. Asexual, I mean, you don't like nobody. You just don't want to have sex. Period. Why are you in that list?
You need to be by yourself. Leave you to the left by yourself.
How about this? What's your name? Cynthia? Nigga, this is Cynthia. I'm not doing all these fucking acronyms and everything. Hey Sharon, that's who the fuck you are. I'm not giving you labels. I'm not doing all that shit. We should get rid of all these labels anyway. And you just a human being. You just whoever you are. Whoever the fuck made this shit up and felt that they needed to type all this shit out, fuck out of here. This is not an acronym. That's a motherfucking long ass word in a different language. Like,
yeah,
wipe me down.
Yeah, and I always felt like polygamy and polyamory could save the black family.
We're gonna do that episode.
Yeah, it's because I got a strong opinion about it, and I'm gonna bring my homeboy Adumbe up here because he is one. I've been waiting. Yeah, he is one of 27 children, and his father is from Nigeria, has 4 wives, and I wish I could get his old dude in here because he can really like break that shit down for us. But my homeboy Bam, like I said, one of 27 kids, so. Like seeing him kind of grow up and come from that environment, his thought process and thinking of that is completely different. Beyond whose man's is this? I got my music pick for the week. Mm-hmm. I know we talked about it beforehand. I'm still not feeling that Jada and Fab.
How many times you listen to it?
Enough.
Be honest.
Probably about all the way through. I probably listened to it about 8 times by now, and it's just not doing nothing for me. And I love Jada and I love Fab.
Where you listen to it at?
Typically I try and listen to music in the car because I'm.
Do you have weak ass car speakers?
I mean, I got factory. I mean, I ain't got no 12s in that bitch. I got factory.
I just wanted to,
I got factory speakers.
I don't know if I done been in the new whip.
You know, my old dude been in and out the hospital, so I've been in his truck, and I mean, you had a Silverado, so I mean, it's got decent speakers in the bitch. So, I mean, you know,
some niggas listen to music like on their speaker or their phone and be giving a music.
No.
Or they be having these weak ass, dollar store headphones.
No, I got a sound bar in the crib. Like
they be in their whip. They only got the tweeters working and shit. Like, I just want to know.
But no, I don't have. I'm at a point in my life where I don't have sounds in my car anymore.
I remember, man.
I do, but I can't even front. I do want sounds in my car again. I want to get like a fucking.
Please no.
Yeah, like man. I want to get like a fucking go like back to Mammoth, get me a custom box, and throw some bitches in the back. Throw me a sub in the back.
I used to. Hey, listen.
I remember when you used to install that shit in niggas' cars.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like a big part of my life and my childhood. You know what I'm saying? And the music and the speakers and like fucking up your whole neighborhood when I drive by. I'm so glad I'm over that shit, man. I might be the old nigga now, but I don't want to hear that shit no more. Fuck away from me.
Jason Exton turned into old man Jason real quick.
Nigga, don't pull up, nigga. I think right now factory speakers just sound fucking great in cars.
I mean, a lot of times you can get like the Bose package in the car or something. It does sound good.
Maybe just the packages I get when I get my car. Bing, bing, bing. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not fucking with your ratting ass license plate and
nah. That's what I want.
No,
that's what I want. I wanted to make it sound like I got a gorilla in the trunk. I want my shit rattling and sounding terrible.
No, man.
And I want to listen to Master P.
Like I care about how it sounds inside my car. I don't care about what everybody else is. And that was the exact opposite. Cause nigga, I wanted to make your fucking the shit on your walls fall when I drive down the street.
And man, my nigga Doug had an excursion when they first came out. Took out all the seats. It just became a 2-seater. Nigga had nothing but speakers in the back of it.
How many times you been to jail?
Oh, we would get stopped all the time.
No, how many times has Doug been in jail? He sounds like a nigger.
Hit
it with the ER.
Multiple times. But man, like he would turn that shit up and it would damn like you would be gasping for air. That's how hard that shit would be knocking. But all that aside, my music pick for the week, my nigga Nipsey Hussle dropped a new single called Rap Niggas because he got the new project about to come out, Victory Lap. I am a huge fan of Neighborhood Nip. So yeah, that's my music pick of the week.
I watched the interview today of a Nip. It was funny because I was listening to Nipsey Hussle like the last 2 days or so, and I found out Nipsey Hussle raps the exact same with every song. I don't know if you ever noticed.
His flow pattern doesn't change.
Now, but this new Rap Niggas was a little bit different though. And,
yeah, but for the most part, his flow pattern doesn't change up.
And I pinned together in my brain a Nipsey Hussle verse. I'm like, this is how he rap, and I'm like, I'm like, wait a minute, this shit sound kind of sweet, and I kept it.
What I like about Nip is that remember when he put out that mixtape where he charged $100 for
Crenshaw.
that bitch? Yeah,
that's what I was listening to.
And niggas laughed at that idea. But Nip was on to something. He understood that ownership.
Proud to pay.
Yeah, and he understood that like what he felt his product was worth, and that's what he charged for it.
Oh, did you listen to or watch the Jay-Z interview with the New York Times?
Yeah, the one where he's sitting on the couch like a grandma with his legs fucking crossed.
Oh, my grandfather used to sit like that. I sit like that from time to time. I don't mind.
Okay, I mean,
did you hear the interview?
Yeah.
How did you think? What did you think about it?
I think Jay was. This older version of Jay-Z that we get right now is a lot more introspective, and his perception and his view on things is what a grown man's view should be like at this age in his life.
It made me like Jay-Z more. I wasn't always the biggest Jay-Z fan growing up. Like, I just wasn't. He was always dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deny that.
But a lot of these rap niggas just don't have no personality.
Yeah. And then I always thought, at one point it was the Puffy and Jay-Z syndrome. Like, they was like the epitome of what was quote unquote wrong with real hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them. I do want to say next Saturday, December the 9th, Battle of the Sexes again with myself, Trinidad Ant.
Yeah, shout out to the 40 guy, my nigga Ant.
Yep. Caramel Apple Shy, a.k.a. Motor City Oprah, comedian Coop City, and another young lady. And this is
Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Because I saw her name.
I waited to say her last because this is just her at name. I love Coke and Dick. Pause. But she is definitely funny and very opinionated. But I don't like saying her name out loud because it makes me feel weird when I say I love coke and dick. Pause. But yeah, Battle of the Sexes Ugly Sweater Edition is next Saturday.
How do you keep taking these solo bookings? And the guy and on the damn show.
Hey, man.
Brittany, because I know you listen. Shop Talk Podcast is a 2-man show. Okay, you just keep booking Big Boy and you leaving Andre 3000 at the house.
I mean, like Andre said, Big Boy was a better rapper.
But but we know that's a lie. You keep leaving David. It's David Ruffin and the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? You keep leaving is Boss Dame and Shop Talk Podcast. Listen, you got to get us both.
Listen. Next Saturday, December 9th, between 5:30 and 8:30 at the Truth Music Cafe. It's the Ugly Sweater Edition. And guess what? You
are the king of ugly sweaters.
Nigga. I have the ugliest sweater that you can ever possibly find. Nothing comes close to this shit, dog. I swear. This is the ugliest sweater. I'm ashamed to wear it.
Are you going to like zip it all the way up to your neck until it's time for you to hit the stage?
No, I'm afraid to wear this shit. And cause like we going to take pictures and like this shit is going to be disgusting.
Did someone give this to you or did you purchase it?
I purchased it. It will be here on December the 7th in the mail.
Okay.
It's the ugliest shit that you will ever see.
All right. I mean.
It is. But Battle of the Sexes, fellas. The last time we had the Battle of the Sexes, it was 98% to 2%. Female to male ratio. You need to come on out because there's gonna be a lot of ladies in there, and they was trying to win, and we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? I need some support on some of these topics because it's all.
I'm definitely gonna be there. It's
all about the crowd interaction and the crowd participation. I really couldn't really promote it and everything over the last couple of weeks because a lot of shit that was going on.
Yeah. We got to get Brittany up and maybe hopefully that whole crew up in here.
I wanted to, man. It was just a tough, yeah.
But maybe we can have like an afterglow of Battle of the Sexes up in here.
So
it's definitely gonna be. We see Cheyenne all the time.
Absolutely, and the homie Ant, he on there, and comedian Coop City. So we about to turn up, and the fellas is gonna win again because me and Talking Shit Zoe held it down last time and won. So that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm sure. Oh, and we also got the Get Back to the D campaign coming up on the 16th. Yeah, we got Get Back to the D on the 16th. Gosh, let me pull up the flyer real quick.
Yeah, please pull it up, man, because we need that shit cracking.
Yeah, we gotta get people out in order to give back. Let me pull up. Shout out to Jackie Wright and All Things Detroit for putting this whole thing together. But Get Back to the D, December the 16th. We're accepting donations up through December the 6th. Right now, the drop-off site is Beautiful Beats, and that's located at 18946 Greenfield in Detroit. There's also a GoFundMe, GoFundMe.com/Give Back to the D. And we'll be distributing these items at the NSO Tsunami Warming Center. I don't have the address in front of me, but Jackie was gracious enough to give us her contact information. You can reach out to her directly at 734-377-7459. My eyes are bad as fuck. I got this iPhone like 2 inches away from my face. I got to use my benefits next year. But Get Back to the D. We love for you to come out and support. And Jackie came on Unsavory Antics and made a plea that we get more men out there to kind of help out. So, I mean, I know me and you will be there, but we're making a plea for the men of the city to also come out and help out and distribute these items.
Because the women always show up.
Yeah.
I mean, the women always show up and they be the backbone of everything.
They're there to support us.
You know what I'm saying? So, the Black Women's God, they always show up. They always do everything. And then we just need to support our sisters as they try to support the rest of us.
Damn right. And I think that's, and shout out to my homeboy at Twin Peaks Restaurant, my homeboy Chris. We about to have him up here hopefully in the next week or so. We'll get him out here because we're doing an end of the year wrap-up party and another live podcast at a Twin Peaks location. I don't have the exact location today, but next week we'll have it so we can promote it, put it out there. And we want to see everybody that came out to the live podcast the first time. You know what type of time we had.
Hey, could you tell them that Twin Peaks got women in bikinis?
Yes, there are nothing but women in bikinis and booty shorts.
Yeah, so come out to this podcast because it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a live podcast. The year-end wrap-up. I don't know if y'all was fucking with us last year or not, but we give a year-end wrap-up and we give out the Shop Talk Awards.
And if you saw us at the live podcast last time, you understand that me and J.Johnson got drunk to a level not seen before. I plan on topping it. I will be in a sweater, and anytime I have on a sweater means I'm getting fucking washed.
I will not be as drunk as I was on my birthday. That shit is not going to go down like that. Because I almost got kicked out. If it wasn't for my peoples,
you did almost get kicked out. How you almost get kicked out on your own birthday party?
I don't know. And
we were so done, bro. We were so done.
So I won't be that wasted, but we're gonna have a good time.
I want you to count the shots of Jack Daniels I'm gonna drink that night, because I'm gonna drink till I can't drive no more.
That's on Dame, man. We're gonna have a really good time. We appreciate you for tuning in, and once again, I just want to say I appreciate all the love and the support that I done got over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, man. It doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate everybody, every call, every text, every card, flower sent, the whole 9 yards. I appreciate everybody.
Time for the benediction. Dame Gone Wild, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Follow the Shop Talk Podcast page on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter too.
The Shop Talk Pod.
Yeah, because our Twitter followers is looking thin out in this bitch.
I never tweet on that joint either. But just follow the Shop Talk Podcast page on Instagram. And if you need some studio time, Shop Talk Podcast studio page is up there as well.
Need to get with us before the first, because price of the brick going up.
That's pretty much it, fam.
You give out your social media?
I just want everybody to follow Shop Talk Podcast and Shop Talk Podcast Studios.
Okay.
That's all that really matters in 2018. And
the brand is getting stronger.
The brand is getting stronger. Shout out to DC Samiro. I stole that slogan from y'all. But listen, 2018 is going to be really, really big. I'm going to make an announcement on my birthday when we have another party. And that's going to be the announcement and possibly the launch of something new and exciting.
We got to wait all the way till then.
That's going to be the...
Nigga, your birthday is like quite a long time away.
It's in April, nigga. It's 4 months from now.
I'm just saying, like...
You know what I'm saying? We're going to do a soft launch, and that's going to be the party for the actual launch. Okay. I got to get everything.
Don't use these corporate terms with me.
Everything got to be right. I can't roll nothing out that's not right.
Okay.
So I know y'all know what the fuck we talk about, but guess what? It's gonna be
I know,
lit.
because you ain't even told me about this shit.
It's going to be lit.
All right.
I'm not saying that we a Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dane.
Hell yeah.
Peace.